Hi folks, Skullgun140 back doing something that I originally wasn't going to do firsthand, because of course I was originally going to do one of the countdown to auto assembly videos that you've seen me do, but this is of course regarding auto assembly. This is of course a response to Matt, Timelord, Matty as he always goes by. This is about auto assembly. This is regarding what are your hopes. What are you looking forward to, and what are your fears regarding this upcoming convention? And this is one of those things that I really wanted to get involved in, because I always like getting involved in response videos, because it's always nice to throw your opinion at something regarding what it is. And I just thought I might as well just throw my name out there. So anyway, yes, what are your hopes? What are you looking forward to? / what are you fearing regarding this year's convention? Well, let's see. Depending on what day you're watching this, it's currently the 19th of July 2012. So July is slowly coming to an end, and we'll be in August very soon. And of course, with that, auto assembly will be here, and the good times will eventually begin. So with that, I can see a lot of people already getting excited for this. I'm excited mostly for it. So what am I looking forward to? What are my hopes for this year's convention? And by the way, this is my 7th cup of tea today. I've been drinking these throughout the morning, and now in the afternoon. It's really amazing. But yeah, what are my hopes? What am I looking forward to? And I'll go through these in the order that they're in. Well, let's see. The first thing that I'll immediately say, which I'm looking forward to the most, is just seeing everybody. Just meeting everybody again, because this is the one thing that I think auto assembly has now become, and it's a good thing, is that it's now become. It's become a social event now. It's become an event where people can meet each other for the first time, or meet old friends, and again, just talk endlessly about stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be Transformers, but it can be just about anything. And the one thing as well that I'm looking forward to this year is seeing people who weren't there last year, who are going for this year, like Jared Wolfgang One, who wasn't there last year, but I saw him at the Awesome Meet last year, so that's really pretty good. It's nice to see him getting involved in this. Carl, God Pikachu, who I didn't get a chance to talk to in 2010, but it will be nice to meet him again and get at least sit down and probably get to talk to him again. But just so many people. I won't go through the list because you all know who you are, but just meeting some of the people like Pred, who wasn't there last year, and Johnny, who I met at the Awesome Meet last year, but who wasn't there last year's convention. Oh, by the way, before I get on to anything else, Johnny, congratulations on being a dad. Congratulations on the birth of your son. I really hope that I think you'll be a great dad, and I hope that works out well for you in the years to come. So just to throw that out there, huge congratulations. And he also brought up a whole thing about what he's looking forward to for auto assembly, and this is sort of in that whole this is in that topic as well. I won't go on to another video about it, but this is in that topic. And yeah, but meeting him again will be very good, and just meeting people who I didn't get the chance to talk to last year, like Phil, Rattrap25. I didn't get a chance to probably talk to you last year, but I know that you're coming this year and you're bringing your wife and your son, I think you said that. So that should be pretty good. But also getting a chance to talk to Dave Nance again. I didn't really get a chance to properly engage in a conversation with you, because we were mostly just talking about toys and my strong dislike for Energon Ironhide. I've already said why I don't like it, so I won't explain it here, but yeah, I want to at least get a chance to probably talk to him again, because he's an awesome guy as well. But yeah, my hopes, again, is mostly just meeting the people, and even meeting the new people as well, because bearing in mind, we're getting new people coming to this sort of thing, newcomers to this sort of convention. And it's always nice to see people get involved in the game. And seeing as I've been going for a very long time now, I think I've lost track of how many years I've been going, but I already know what to expect. But if you're new to this sort of thing, if you're new to auto assembly, just come up and say hi. You know, come and say hello to me, or I'll come to you. Just tell me who you are and what you go by on YouTube and stuff like that, because that's always interesting to see what you do as a hobby. But there are people this year who are not going, who I really wish they were going, like Mr. John 35. He's an awesome guy. You should check him out. He mainly reviews a lot of G1 Transformers, but he's an awesome fellow to watch. It's a shame that you're not going, because I think it would have been awesome if you went, just for you to experience just how great of a convention this always is, for not only just me, but for a lot of other people who go. And who else? Who else isn't going? There are probably loads of people who aren't going, but I won't mention them all here. One person in particular, Paul. I think his name's Paul Warner, Rodimus184, Star Wars fan. You should be coming to this year's convention, man. You know, it's you've seen just how much fun we all have. It's a shame that you're not with us. It's a shame that people who aren't going this year aren't with us. And the thing as well, I'm looking forward to as well, is that not only is it the people, but it's the fact that we are in this year's convention is being held at the Hilton, a huge hotel. It's a posh hotel. I've seen. I've been looking at some of the pictures it's been showing on Facebook, and it's a really posh suite. It's really amazing. It's really interesting to see how well picked up that hotel is for this year's convention. It really is, and the fact that that hotel just looks posh in the terms of the main hall is huge. By the way, it's an enormous main hall. And the reception is quite nice as well. It's quite a nice reception. I'll look forward to going through the doors of that hotel and just seeing just how big the place is, because it's a huge hotel. I'll be interested to see what the hotel provides in terms of accommodation and all that stuff. But other than that, the people as well, which of course is a main thing that I'm looking forward to. The hotel is a big thing that I'm looking forward to. Of course, it was always about the people, but it's the people and the convention I'm looking forward to this year. Not only that, but it's that sense of the unknown, of just seeing something different for a change, and just expecting something different every time you go. And that's the exciting thing about auto assembly is when you go to these sorts of things, and when you go to meet the people. And you meet new people, and you meet the old people as well, but you meet the new people. And if you go for the first time and you see how big the hotel is, and this one is quite huge. It's a huge hotel. In fact, I'm aware that we're getting a private bar and that there's a pool. I know that there's probably is there going to be a pool party? Is there? Because I'm not getting really interested in the whole pool party thing. I know that It should be interesting to see if anyone's bringing swimming gear for this whole pool party thing that's happening. But yeah, there's a pool, there's a private bar that we're having. So it should be really interesting to see it should be interesting to see what we've got. So that's the hopes and what I'm looking forward to. And the toys, of course. The toys, honestly, I would get hyped about the toys, because I know that we've got the new generations figures coming out. The Fall of Cybertron figures that I like the look of a lot. Some figures that I didn't really get a chance to get, like a lot of the Reveal the Shield figures and all that shit. Sorry. And a couple of the Hunt for the Decepticons figures, because I do like that line a lot. But at the moment, a lot of people seem to be interested in the Prime Line. And the Prime Line's okay, but it's just I don't care that much about the Prime Line, because at the moment we're getting toys of characters that I don't really like. And I would rather just get the characters that I actually have a real liking for. I like the character, and as you already know, I like to go on about the character's bio and all that stuff. I would only buy toys if I like the characters. I know that sounds ignorant for me to say that, but it's always nice to buy toys of characters you like. So that's probably one thing I'm looking forward to. So the toys, they're a minor necessity. I could probably leave the convention and have nothing, and have just had the whole thrill of going to Auto Assembly and meeting everybody again. Because that's what this is all about. But really, that's the whole hopes and what I'm looking forward to for this year's Auto Assembly. And people who aren't going, shame on you. I'm pretty sure you've already seen how much this year's convention is building up to. But also one thing as well that I forgot to mention quickly. The voice actors as well. I know that we're getting people like Paul Eiding and Townsend Coleman, and most importantly Michael Bell, who there's one main reason why I want to see Michael Bell, and that's to get these signed. And if you don't know what these are, You got Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and Legacy of Kain Defiance. I won't go into too much depth about these games, but if you've never played these games before, you really need to, because if you want great voice acting and great storytelling, this, along with Blood Omen 1 and 2, are some of the best video games that you'll find in that regard, that have that good storytelling. And plus, Michael Bell plays the character Raziel, so that should be cool. I want to get these signed, because hearing Michael Bell in these games, it's like listening to him read from Shakespeare. It's that good. But that's one of the minor things that I want to at least get signed, so there you go. But what are my fears? What am I dreading for this year's convention? Well, honestly, not a whole lot, because normally I like to go into these sorts of things just unaware and just get my hopes up and say, I've met the people, I've had a fun time, the weekend is over, and you feel something after that. But my only real fears that I've really got, and I'll go through these in the order, is one is not getting a chance to meet the people that I want to meet, because of course there are so many people going to this thing that it's going to be really impossible to keep track of how many people that I meet, and I want to at least, if I don't get a chance to meet you, it's not that I don't like you, it's just that I always like to be with a specific group of people at these sorts of things. If I'm hanging out with another group of people, I'm hanging out with that group. I always like to at least try and meet some of the people that I will always like to meet, or even new people as well. But at least my fear is that I don't get a chance to meet everyone this year. I want to at least meet several people, but sorry, I want to at least have fun with it and just meet some of the people that at least who are going for their first time, and I want to at least meet. So if I've never seen you before, come up and say hi. Like I said in the positives thing, as like I said before, with the hopes thing, is like come up and say hi. You know, the good thing about going to these things is meeting the people. And if I don't know you, just come up to me and say, hello, my name is da 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 da. I'm so and so on YouTube. You know, tell me who you are. I'd like to meet you because you seem like you seem like an interesting person. Second thing, dreading the fact that this is in a new hotel as well. Is that it's going to be something really something quite foreign to me, because seeing some of the pictures of this new hotel and seeing just how big this place is and how huge this hotel is, the main hall, the reception, everything about this place is quite huge. It's a huge place. So that's going to be for when I first get a chance to see it, I was like, oh my god, this is quite a huge hotel. I don't think I'll ever get used to it until the following years. I'll keep going to this hotel just to see, just to be familiar with it. Until you get a chance to be familiar with this hotel, the fear of going to a new place kind of really just fades away. So that's a sort of fear. Third and final thing is the social anxiety. Is probably normally I wouldn't say this. Is that I'm probably suffering the same thing that Dave Smith's feeling as well. The social anxiety thing is one of those things that really catches up with me a little bit. Is that normally I normally just try and stay away from people for a different reason, or I'm too shy to meet that person, or whatever, or whatnot. It's the same thing about it's that sense of the unknown, is that you go to these things not knowing what to expect, and you go just to have fun. But the whole social anxiety thing, it's a minor thing, but I'll just bring it up now and get it out of the way. I'm nervous of meeting the same people again, but at the same time, they're kind of happy with it though. And once that whole thing's out of the way, you feel welcome. The social anxiety, like I said before about the new places, it builds up for a minute, it fills you up with a lot of tension, and then it just fades away afterwards. That's really it. That's really all I got to say. Normally, if anybody knows me that well, I'm not that very I don't suffer that big social anxiety. But it's one of those things that it's one of the things that I don't often talk about because I'm quite nervous about it. But I just thought I'd bring it up anyway. So yeah, there you go. That's really all I can say about the hopes and fears. Really, I'm looking really forward to this convention. I really know that it's going to be very good. I'm excited for the people. I'm excited for what's going on at this year's convention. And most of all, I'm just excited to meet all of you. So, anybody who's out there who's watching this video will know where I'm coming from. Is that when you go to these sorts of conventions, you go completely unaware of what's going to happen. You go completely, I don't want to say scared, but you build up that sort of excitement. It's like Christmas. It's like you run down the stairs and you open your presents for the first time. Like, oh my god, you got this. Yeah, it's that whole thing about just being familiar with everything that you do with these sorts of conventions is really something. And I want to at least get a chance to meet everybody. I know I didn't get a chance to talk to a lot of people, like Dorian Vigordeath I didn't get a chance to properly talk to, but hopefully that will change this year. But I hope that this response has been stimulating, if anything else. I hope that at least it probably at least tells you where I'm coming from, at least, is that I already know what to expect because I've been going for a very long time, and a lot of people have been going for a very long time. But I hope that I hope, for what it's worth, that this year's convention will probably beat 2009's Auto Assembly, because 2009's Auto Assembly was pretty much the highlight of the social event for a lot of people. A lot of people mainly went because you went without even knowing anybody, and then by the end of the weekend you were just like, oh, it was great meeting you. So there you go. I will at some point have something planned for the final 2 weeks that are coming. But if not, I'll probably see you at Auto Assembly. So until then, take care. See you soon.